Hi there! I'm Billy Tracy, and I'm here to review this week's episode of Doctor Who. Before we go any further, I'd just like to warn you all that this review contains spoilers. So, without further ado, here's my review of The Angels Take Manhattan. It goes without saying that this is the episode Whovians have been excited about, second only to Asylum of the Daleks, the return of the Weeping Angels, the departure of two companions who have been in the show for over 2 years. This, as a brief pitch, is everything a Whovian would want before the show takes yet another break. This series, as you know by now, has had a blockbuster theme. We've had horror, adventure, western. I'm not sure what the hell the Power of Three was meant to be, but we had that. So, what did Moffat provide us with? Well, it started off as a bit of a neo-noir detective story, as indicated by the pre-title sequence in River's book. But as soon as the Weeping Angels came in, you can't really help but give it a sort of horror twist, which meant it seemed a bit confused with itself. As John mentioned in his review of Asylum of the Daleks, when you're bringing back a set of monsters, it's almost essential to give them a new twist or feature that the audience were previously unaware of. Has Moffat succeeded in this? Well, the cherubs were creepy and unsettling, and the Statue of Liberty looked fantastic, although it would have been nice to have seen a little bit more of it. Also, is anyone wondering how the Statue of Liberty moved across the whole of New York without anyone noticing? Maybe I missed something there. The best addition that Moffat has given us is, without a doubt, the idea of a battery farm for humans. This gives us a reason to hate them as well as fear them, as it reveals them to be viciously, viciously cruel. Far more so than I thought they were before I watched the episode. Ugh. Now, we all know that the main aim of this episode was to see off Karen Gillan and Arthur Darvill's, whose performances, as an aside, were amazing by the way, Amy and Rory Pond Williams whatever. The problem I have with Amy in particular is that I can't empathise with her, and I just don't like her. I mean, she's sometimes loud and aggressive, sometimes the damsel in distress, sometimes independent, but mostly unnecessarily randy and aggressive. I mean, trying to screw Doctor Who the night before your wedding? Seriously, how is she likeable? But she redeemed herself for me in this episode. From the beginning of her time with the Doctor, it's always felt that Amy has to choose between the Doctor and Rory, and while she's given Rory a few lovely kisses and whatever, and insisted that of course Rory is more important, it's always felt like more of a compromise, because she's still keeping the Doctor in her life. As soon as she chose a lifestyle with Rory over a lifestyle with the Doctor at the end of this episode, she confirmed herself to me as being a lovely human being. Well done, Mr. Moffat. You got there in the end. I'm still glad she's gone though, because she really bugged me. Not that I hate Scottish people or anything. Murray Gold has scored this episode nicely once again. He's given it a subtle and more unsettling effect. The episode looked fantastic. Some of the shots of New York were truly beautiful, and the choreographers and location scouts deserve a pat on the back, as well as the people who flawlessly blended in New York and Wales of all places. Matt Smith's performance absolutely blew me away this episode. I'm glad that we can see him genuinely distraught about the loss of his companions, whom it was suggested last episode that he spent over 10 years with. I'm still sad we're not seeing Brian again though. It's really annoying because each episode has received a really positive review from us. Apart from Power 3, of course, which deserved to be slaughtered by its use of Sonic X Machina. I've been racking my brains to try and find something seriously negative about this episode, but I can't find it. There's the odd nitpick, but it doesn't ruin the episode whatsoever. Nothing ruins the episode, it's great. So, 9 out of 10, I'm afraid. A touching farewell to a companion I never really liked in the first place. Should probably save Richard now.